Machu Picchu is our legacy. Machu Picchu is our tradition. It is now one of the new 7 wonders of the world. An impressive Incan site located in the middle of nowhere, on top of the mountains. The idea was to have something holy, something special, something pretty close to their divinities. There is no another Incan site more beautiful than Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu was rediscovered by the American professor Hiram Bingham on July 24th of 1911. He was a professor of South American history and geography and has been coming to this region since 1906. Bingham was not the first person getting to Machu Picchu. He is the one who did the first scientific discovery of that Incan site. Most of the names that we have in Machu Picchu were given by Bingham. Machu Picchu is divided into 2 main sections. We have the main archaeological site called the Llacta, the town, the citadel, the city, that has the farming area and the urban section. And the farming or the agricultural area, we have the farmers group or the storehouses on top of the terraces, basically on top of the mountain, and the highest point within the archaeological site complex. We have the guardhouse, called like that by Hiram Bingham because of the chances that he had to have a panoramic view of the whole Incan site. All of these terraces, the Incas probably cultivated different kind of crops: corn, potato, amaranth, legumes, beans, etc. Remember that the agriculture was the most important activity during those days. Then we have the urban section, which means the area where we have the houses, we have the plazas, we have the temples, we have the astronomical observatories, we have the very important constructions. In this area, we have the amazing Temple of the Sun, a site that was not used just to perform religious celebrations, a site that was used also to perform some sort of astronomical observations. We have 16 fountains that Incas in Machu Picchu had for religious purposes, but also they had for domestic purposes as well. And in the main plaza, we can see the Temple of the 3 Windows, because that was the way for them to remember their origins, to remember the beginning of everything. We have the main altar that is facing a very important mountain, the Machu Picchu mountain, an apple. Apple is a word in a local language that refers to the very holy mountains. The mountains, the controllers of the weather, the beginning of life, the protectors, the source of food. That's why they were all considered important. It's facing the mountain to honor, to worship that divinity. So we find a peculiar shape in the rocks. It looks like a bird that could have been used to honor the condor, that is the largest bird on the whole continent. The messenger between 2 worlds, the present and the world that was inhabited by the Incas. This is what we have in Machu Picchu, and much more. Come and join us to this amazing spiritual experience that we have in Machu Picchu, one of the new 7 wonders of the world.